Hi all, today we're going to be looking at a Steve's Cart wood farm. In my opinion, this is literally the best wood farm you can make with Feed the Beast. It works a lot better than the forestry wood farms that are quite common. I did make a forestry wood farm and it worked nowhere near as fast or efficient as this one. This one gets you a lot more wood and a lot quicker. It could also be extended quite a lot extended in fact. But for now we're just looking at this size, and I'll show you how it all works and how some of these things are built. Right. So the main thing when setting your track out is to have a space of 2 blocks in between each line of tracks. So there's 2 blocks here, 2 blocks there, 2 blocks there, and 2 blocks there. That is because the cart places saplings, as you probably just saw, either side of the track. That means when it's going around these corners, it's still able to place saplings in the most amount of places possible. This woodcutter cart is the most expensive part of this design. This design can only be done really when you're a little bit later in the game and you're using either turtles or quarries or doing a lot of mining yourself, because you're going to need a few diamonds. So let's get on to how this thing works. There is 2 cargo managers here, each with a advanced detector rail in between, right next to them rather. The cobblestone block in between is to prevent the cart from planting a sapling there to block out the solar panel. So this first cargo manager here is where the cart drops everything off. As you can see, it did drop some wood in here, but it's already been taken out. And this is done by the blue side is the side facing the advanced detector rail. So the blue is set to chest, being the cart storage going in to the cargo manager. You can switch this around by using this button here, and that controls what should be coming out or going into the cart, and then you can just click this arrow to change whether it should be going into the cargo manager or into the cart. So that's fairly straightforward, and that goes into sucked out by a wooden pipe, which is powered by this redstone engine here, and you just need to turn that on with a lever. This is where some of those more diamonds come into play, because you're going to need to make a diamond pipe. I suggest these diamond pipes, and you really need those if you're going to make even a forestry wood farm, just to sort so many items out. They're probably the easiest way when you've just got a few items to store, to sort rather, not store. So this splits up the supplies from the cargo manager over here, and the majority of the wood is set to go through the red side, with some of the wood going through the green and the saplings and apples going through the yellow. So saplings and apples go straight into this chest. This hasn't been running for very long, guys. I just wanted to run it long enough to make sure it was collecting trees for you guys. It ignores this little pipe going off into the side, because barrels accept items from the top, so you don't have to worry about that there. So the green, where a few of the wood goes into this blue electric furnace, which is powered by this solar panel. Now this is not very fast. You could give this furnace a lot more power, and obviously it's not going to be working during the night. Obviously, I don't suggest cheating in single player, or definitely not if you're on a server, but I'm just doing it there to give you guys enough light to be able to see. As you see, there's a tree that's just spawned right on top of me, so that's fantastic. So as I was saying, a small amount of wood goes into here and it is slowly smelted and then pumped out this wooden pipe with a redstone engine again through this gold pipe and into this cargo manager, which stores charcoal, and then the charcoal is used to refuel the cart, and that is how this design can keep going forever. Basically, it's fully automatic. The only thing you have to do is empty the chests. So the red channel, as I said, gets the majority of the wood, and that goes into the top of the barrel. And these barrels can store 64 stacks. So literally thousands of wood in there. You can actually make these barrels store more by giving them an upgrade. I will show you that at the end of the video. The upgrade is fairly expensive, guys, though, so you should probably just use a normal barrel. And to be honest, because it's such a beautifully simple design, that's pretty much all there is to it. So let's get on to showing you how to build some of this stuff. So first you're going to need a cart assembler, and that's this one here. Did I? There we go. Sorry about that, guys, because I had the search bar open at the top. Now, the majority of things in these carts are made by making these simple PCBs. So if you've got the supplies, I suggest you make quite a few of these things. And they're quite simple, guys. As you can see, there's two different patterns you can make. Both of these take the same amount of supplies, and it's not really that expensive, so you make a few of those, guys, I recommend. And then it's simply just some stone and some iron. And this is where you assemble your carts. Now, I'm not sure if everyone has this problem, but no matter what I do, I can't fix this problem. Part of the GUI is off the side of the screen. I've tried resizing the Minecraft GUIs in the menus. I have tried using different texture packs. I've tried using different resolutions. I've tried playing it in full screen, playing it in Windows mode. No matter what I do, I can't see the whole interface. But if you're only seeing this much of it, believe me, guys, you're seeing everything you need. So it's got all these slots for engines, tools, attachments, storage, and add-ons. Now this is where you're going to put the parts of your car, as these carts are modular and you can pretty much customize them however you want within the restrictions of the modules that are included with the mod. Up here is where you put your hull, and for this design I recommend using a standard hull, which is the middle level of hulls. We also have the mechanical pig hull, which is just in there for a laugh. It's pretty cool. The wooden hull, which is the smallest and least useful cart, and the reinforced hull, which is at the top end of Steve carts, guys, and you're going to need an awful lot of supplies to be able to make one of those. So let's grab the standard hull, and this is very simple to make, guys. Just got to remember to switch out this time. There we go. Really got to change it so I can use an EI to show you the recipes. Oh, it seems that I can now. Anyway, sorry guys, I'm still new to FTB tutorials. So, you need just some iron, but first you want to make your iron wheels, and that's quite simple. You place an iron ingot and surround it by wood, just 4 wooden sticks, and that creates 2 wheels technically, so you need to do this twice to get your 4 wheels. And then, just to show you that cart recipe again, just put the wheels there and there, and then iron, and that gives you your hole. You can then move that up into this slot, and one of the greatest things about this mod is it will show you the cart as you build it. I think that's a very impressive feature. I also like the fact you can click and rotate the cart. Next up, we're going to need an engine. I use solar powered engines for the majority of my carts, but this is not recommended for a wood farm because of the shade that the trees cause. So what you want is a coal engine. Now there's 2 coal engines. There's a tiny coal engine and a bigger coal engine. I usually use the bigger coal engine, but I'm pretty sure you should be able to get away with using a tiny coal engine for this design because it doesn't burn through that much coal. You might have to configure the diamond pipe to give more wood to the furnace so you can get some more charcoal, because I don't think that the tiny coal engine uses charcoal as efficiently. So to make this coal engine, it's quite simple guys, just a furnace, 2 pistons, and then some iron around the top, nice and simple. And then you can chuck that in one of these engine slots. These slots that are like this, they mean that you can't add stuff. Basically, if you make a reinforced hull, you will have all of these slots that are inactive on here. So next up, we need the woodcutter itself. Now this is where things start getting a bit expensive, guys, because this thing is going to take you 5 diamonds to make. I'm not gonna lie, that's quite pricey, but I think more than worth it if you're at the point in the game where you have enough diamonds. If you're playing with the ultimate pack, you can get diamonds using the equivalent exchange mod, and sorry guys, I've got a bit of a funny throat at the moment. You can use the equivalent exchange mod and use the minimum stone and 4 gold ingots, and that'll get you diamonds. That's one way of getting yourself a lot of diamonds if you're using the ultimate pack if you need them. This is made with these diamond saw blades. These diamond saw blades are made with 2 iron and diamond. This is where your diamonds go, and then you need to make the wood cutting core. Now this thing is basically an advanced version of those PCPs you made earlier, surrounded by saplings. To make this advanced PCP, you need to use 2 of the smaller PCPs and iron down the middle and redstone in the corners, like so. And just to show you the whole thing again, it's that woodcutting core you just made with the iron ingot and then 5 of the saw blades like that. And you can add that in, and that goes into the tool slot, and that goes on the front of the cart like so. It's good to note which side of the cart that things go onto, because now if you wanted to add something to the front of the cart you couldn't, because it would conflict with the woodcutter. So next up, we need some storage. Now there's a lot of different storage included with the Steve Carts mod. We have the side chests, the top chests, front chest, which we obviously can't use, front slot's taken. Internal chests, these go inside the cart, so sometimes when you've got a cart that's really customized and there's no space on the outside, these are your only option. You can make, I believe it's up to 4 can fit in the inside of one of the carts. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 4. And then extracting chests. These are very expensive to make, but obviously they're the best form of chests you can add to Steve carts. So we're going to make some of the side chests and a top chest. Now you could probably get away with one or the other, but I suggest adding both just in case you want to extend your farm. Now the recipes for these involve using these chest panes. So again, I suggest making a lot of these because these chest panes are used to make every kind of storage in the mod, and even these bigger chest panes are made out of these smaller chest panes. So they're quite simple, guys, as you can see. Just logs here and here, and then the rest of it is wooden planks, and that'll give you 32 anyway. So, you know, just make a few stacks of those, I recommend. And then you need to make some of these large chest panes, and that's just 4 of the smaller chest panes. And then you need to make the huge chest plates, and that's 9 of the chest panes. You also need to make some of these chest locks, and that is literally just some iron and some stone, and that'll give you 8 of these. So make a few of those as well, guys. And then with that recipe, just normal chest panes, large chest panes, huge chest panes in the corner, and a chest lock in the middle, and that'll give you your side chests. And then to get your top chest, it's just 3 huge panes at the bottom, 3 huge panes at the top, and then 2 normal ones either side of the chest lock. And now you can add these to your cart, like so, and you can see that's taking up the top and the side slots. You'll notice the more you add to your cart, and this increases quite drastically if you add complex parts to your cart, the total time it takes to assemble will increase. So keep that in mind when you're adding a lot to your cart. Now this cart is actually ready to go. There is a few things you could optionally add. I suggest looking at the Steve's Carts wiki for that, and one of the only things that I quite often add, which is a bit of a silly add-on, is the color riser. That's it, sorry, forgot what it's called for a second. And the colorizer is quite simple to make, and it just lets you change the color of your cart. So that is made using these red, blue and green pigments are made using dye. So it's just glowstone at the top and bottom, and then 3 of red or a blue or a green dye in there, depending on which one you're making. And then once you have all 3, you can combine them together, specifically in this order, and use iron around the bottom and redstone in the middle, and that gets you your colorizer. And then add this onto the cart. It goes into your add-on slot. Right. Now we are going to assemble that cart, and because I am in creative, I'm going to cheat and use the creative mode upgrade for the cart assembler, but obviously if you're in single player or on a server, you'll just have to be patient. So now that is on there, it will assemble the cart automatically for me straight away. Usually you have to put some fuel in here, some coal, charcoal or coal coke, and it will take the time that it displayed up here to create your cart. So there's our cart done. Now I'm going to assume that you already have some tracks set up. If you guys need to know more about how to make tracks and everything, then let me know, and I'll do a tutorial about some more FTB's minecart stuff. So there's the cart we just made. Show you its interface. We have slots for the engine, slots for the wood cart, and then the storage we added, and the colorizer for changing the color of the cart. Now I'm going to change mine to be red. This is the priority of which this engine is used. This is mainly for if you add a few different engines, because you can add multiple engines. But for now, the main use for it is to turn the engine off, so disable it while you're filling the cart up with supplies that it needs. And now you can see that I've chose red and the cart's become red. Bit of a pointless thing to do, guys, just something I like to do. So let's just get rid of some of this stuff. Of course, we need our cargo managers as well. And these are made with iron chest panes, but these iron chest panes are made of iron panes, and the iron panes are made of an iron bar surrounded by the standard chest panes. And then you need to use those iron panes to make some large ones, and the large ones go in the corners. Then you need to make some huge ones, which were made with 9 of the iron chest panes, and then you need to make this dynamic pane, and that is made with 4 of these dynamic panes, which are made with an iron pane and redstone. And then you have to surround a piece of redstone with some dynamic panes to get the large dynamic pane, and then eventually you get your cargo manager. You need 2 of those for this design, and also you're going to need some the advanced. I don't know why, guys, but I can never type into it. Advanced detector rails, and these are very simple to make. It's just some pressure plates, redstone and iron, and that gives you your 2 that you need for this design, because remember, you need 1 for each cargo manager. As for pipes and redstone engines, I'm gonna assume that you guys know how to use those, but if you need a tutorial on them, let me know. So now you've got all of this, you're ready to start making your wood farm. I'm gonna just quickly make one right now, guys, so you guys can watch to see how it's done. Just gonna grab some coal, grab a stack of that, grab a stack of those oak saplings. Let's see, some pipes. I use golden transport pipes, guys, but you don't have to use golden transport pipes. Where I use them, you could use stone transport pipes, or you want, or any of the others, really. Well, not any of the others, but these ones here you can use. And you're going to need a diamond one, and for the engines we're going to need some wooden ones. And already we are having a problem with the amount of slots we got in the inventory. So let's place these 2 detector rails down, 1 apart, and then put a rail in between those. Then place your cargo manager next to these detector rails, and some strange reason though, I'm not turning around. They did over here. That's rather odd. Let's try placing those down again now. Yeah, that works. Sorry about that, guys. Then, as I showed before, we can get rid of these now, so we don't need those. It's best to place a block in between these to prevent a sapling from growing there, as you know, we don't want to shade our solar panel. So that can go now. Let's make sure we build this in exactly the same order. Right, let's go, guys. So we want a pipe there, diamond pipe. We're going to need a barrel and a chest of some sort. We will use a diamond chest, but as I said earlier, guys, you can use whichever chest you want. So we've got that there. Gonna need a redstone engine. That can go there. Gonna need a lever for the back of that. And that's ready to pump the items out of that cargo manager. Just want to be 100% sure I build this in the same order as over there, guys. Barrel here. You know what, guys, I'm actually designing this more efficiently than I was over there, really. So go with this design, I suggest. It's my fault for spelling blue wrong. I spelled it the correct way rather than the shorter way which is used in the game. That goes there. This is a more compacted version that I'm building here, guys. I hope that you can still understand how it's working from what I showed you earlier. There we go. Almost done, guys. We need another redstone engine. Grab that one right there. Whack that on there, and then we can put another lever on at the back of that. And that's for pulling the items out of the furnace. And now we need an apple. Got our saplings, we're going to need a log. And these are just for setting what goes out of which pipe, guys. Just grab it from here instead, shall we? There we go. Alright, now we need to set our diamond pipe. So, yellow is saplings and apples. And we want this grey one on top to have the majority of our wood. And then the green one to have some of the wood for turning into charcoal, and that's it, guys. We're pretty much up and running and ready to go with this. Then we need some more track, of course. You can build it around. As I said, size depends on purpose, but also bear in mind with the size that bigger you make it, the more fuel your cart might need, so you might have to adjust the diamond pipe to send more along the furnace pipe. I'm just going to build it round in this shape. Of course, your best bet is to build this where there is already some dirt or grass, but I'm gonna chuck some dirt down. I'm not gonna do it all the way around, guys, because this tutorial is already getting a bit long. So we'll just do some here and here. There we go. And then... oh, you've got to be kidding me. Did I not bring the cart? Yeah, well guys, be right back. Sorry. Right guys, I'm back. Sorry about that silly little mistake. So, basically you can plonk your cart down wherever you want on the track. Let's just set our cargo managers first. So, this is the cargo manager we are going to be using for restocking the cart with fuel. So we change this to, went past it. I'm just making way too many mistakes today. To go to the cart's engine, and then this is to take stuff out of the cart's storage, which again I can't believe that. And then switch the arrow around, go into the cargo manager. Right, now you want to place your cart down somewhere on your track, and you want to disable the engine, put some fuel up here. It doesn't matter too much, it'll sort itself out over time, and some saplings in the woodcut slots, and then you can turn it up to high or whatever setting you want, and it will go round. Obviously if there was grass or dirt here it would have placed saplings, but you can see it's getting to the grass that I did place down, and it's placing some saplings now, and it's up and running, guys. What we'd do is we shall grab some bone meal and grow one of those trees on purpose, and we'll see how it goes with cutting it down, and then make sure that this new, more compacted version works. So wood's going in, it's being sucked out, it's going through these pipes, the majority of it's heading towards the barrels. I did see a piece go into the furnace, and that looks like it's I thought I saw a piece go towards the furnace. Yeah, it did. There we go, guys. I must have missed it. So, yeah, this is all up, fully running. More compact than even my second version. So, use this version, guys. I will just fly upwards, give you a good little glimpse of this up in action. I am actually going to be using this design myself now. Well, guys, I hope you liked this Feed the Beast tutorial. Sorry it was a bit of a jumbled mess. It's because it's the first Feed the Beast tutorial I've done. If you did like it at all or found it useful, please give me a like, it helps a lot. Subscribe if you want to see some more Minecraft content. Take care all, and keep crafting.